Hey guys, welcome back once again. I'm Hellhound, and I just reviewed, just talked about The Incredibles 2, so check out that video if you haven't already. And now I'm going to talk about another recent movie that I saw in theaters. I actually saw it last night, which was Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, the fifth installment in the Jurassic Park series. Now, I love the Jurassic Park movies. I love Jurassic Park, and I've never given any of them a review, so let's go ahead and recap. Let's go and do a brief summary real quick. The original film's the best. I think this is like a masterpiece. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. It was the first of its kind. It's very well done. I grew up watching movies like King Kong and like stuff like that with, but this is like when they really started to do dinosaurs really well. They looked great. The CGI was amazing. Like Terminator 2 Judgment Day. This has some of the best CGI I've ever seen. I think CGI was even better back then. This still holds up today. It looks better than CGI and a lot of the CGI in more recent movies, which is amazing. Yeah, I love Jurassic Park. The dinosaurs are incredible. Great story, great characters. Love it. It gets 2 thumbs up. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's a classic. And it'll forever go down in history as one of the first of its kind. It was the first time we ever saw something like that, and it still holds up today. It's still a great movie. Now, the first sequel, The Lost World, Jurassic Park, I'm not too much of a fan of. Jeff Goldblum returns as Ian Malcolm, who's a great character. I feel like this time around, he wasn't as fun in this movie. The other protagonist, Alan Grant, played by Sam Neill, didn't return, but Ian Malcolm was a lot of fun. But in the first one, but I don't know. I didn't really care for the whole premise of the mercenaries on the island, Isla Sorna this time, not Isla Nublar. Overall, this movie's really boring and just seems colorless and just not very interesting. I really have a hard time getting through this one, so overall, I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. It's not a good follow-up to the first movie, but it's got its moments. There's a few things to like about it, but overall, it's really stupid. Vince Vaughn's in it, and I don't know, Jeff Goldblum's daughter like defeats a dinosaur, like a raptor, I guess, with like a karate kick or something. I don't even remember. I can't sit through this movie. It's just kind of boring. But again, there's a few things to like about it. As I said, I love the ending with the T-Rex in the big city. That makes this one worth the watch. That was the best part of the movie. The last 15, 20 minutes, whatever, T-Rex in the big city, that part was awesome. I loved that part of The Lost World. That made it all worth it. Now, Jurassic Park 3, that was one great big pile of shit. This movie sucks. This is the bottom of the barrel. This is the worst one. Sam Neill returns as Alan Grant from the first movie, which is good, and he's a good character, but other than that, this one's mostly forgettable. The only good thing about it is how short it is, how you get through it really easily. Overall, Jurassic Park 3 is a huge disappointment, and easily the low point of the series. Then we had the reboot. Well, I mean, it's still a sequel, but it's kind of a reboot. It breathed new life into the series, Jurassic World, Part 4. This is the 4th movie in the series. I love this movie. This is the best sequel by far. It's not as good as the original, of course, but this was very, very good. This was like the first time we actually got to see a fully functioning park with people actually attending and seeing all the exhibits, and it's like a resort, seeing all the all the attractions and everything. This was awesome. A fully functioning park when everything goes wrong. They created a new dinosaur. They had Dominus Rex from DNA of other dinosaurs. The new characters are Owen and Claire, played by Chris Pratt from Guardians of the Galaxy. I always like him. He's great. And Bryce Dallas Howard, respectively. Chris Pratt, Owen Grady, he's like a badass action hero. He's awesome. He's a little cooler than Alan Grant and Ian Malcolm, but not as memorable, of course. But he's a welcome addition to the series. All in all, this is my favorite sequel. I'll give it about a 9 out of 10. Again, it's not as good as the first one, but it's easily my favorite sequel. I love Jurassic World. I thought it was really good. And now we have the newest one, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which is Part 5. Overall, I liked the movie. I think it was kind of a bad movie. Not Jurassic Park 3 bad, but I think I even liked it better than Lost World, because at least it wasn't boring. It was entertaining, even though it kind of told the same story. It's very similar to the Lost World. It had a very similar plot. But I think this one was just, I don't know, it was more of the same. We'd already seen all this sort of thing. I think they kind of ran out of ideas. I knew that after Jurassic World, I was like, what more can they do? I love dinosaurs. It's a great premise, but I feel like there's not a lot of directions they can go. And overall, I gotta say, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom was kind of disappointing. It was kind of a letdown. It was still entertaining. It wasn't boring, but it was very cliche, very predictable, very generic, very basic. All the characters made stupid decisions. I knew exactly who was going to die and who was going to survive. I swear, there was a certain group of characters, like, they're invincible. They didn't survive anything. Then there's this other group, I was like, shit, they'll just slip on a, those evil villains, and like they were really generic, really stock villains, mustache twirling, generic villains with victim on their foreheads. Hardly any good characters died this time, which I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, because it kind of made it more scary when characters we liked died. But I think that was kind of a problem with the whole series. Actually, all the Jurassic Park movies, you know who's going to die and who's not, but this one you really knew who was going to die. And all these villains, was like, okay, that guy's a bad guy. He's going to be toast. Owen and Claire return. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard from the last movie, Jurassic World. I love these characters. I think they're great. But man, they can survive anything. And Chris Pratt, Owen Grady's still badass. There's a scene where they're trapped in one of those glass orbs from the last movie underwater, and he manages to get them free. It's like, my gosh, this guy can handle anything. Blue, the Velociraptor from the last movie, returns as well. I love that raptor. She's so cool. And she saves the day a lot. Without giving anything away, too much away, I mean, yeah, all the bad guys are just really, like, they're all a bunch of greedy rich guys, and, like, they're all just, like, all their lines are so cliche and so, like, predictable, and I knew they were going to die. They did die. It was satisfying when they died. It was fun to watch. But this wasn't nearly as good as Jurassic World. It was a disappointing follow-up. Again, not Jurassic Park 3 bad, but not nearly as good as the original and Jurassic World, which I think are the two best movies in the series. And I knew I wasn't going to like this as good as Jurassic World. I could tell from the trailer. Another thing, that there's a new dinosaur this time. They created another dinosaur using DNA from distant dinosaurs again, just like the Indominus Rex in the last movie. So I was like, really? We're doing that story again? I gotta say, the new dinosaur, the Indoraptor, I kind of liked a little more than the Indominus Rex. I think it was pretty scary. It was smaller, and it was kind of a creepy villain, And I kind of rooted for it. I was kind of cheering for it to kill the bad guys at first. Then it came out to the main characters. There's this girl. She's the granddaughter of this other character. He was friends with John Hammond from the first movie, and he had a brief cameo in Lost World, played by James Cromwell. I think his name's Lockwood. Yeah, he's played by James Cromwell, who I always remember as the dad from Revenge of the Nerds. He's a similar part, and there's this bad guy. You know who's going to be the bad guys. You know who's going to die. He's got a granddaughter who actually has a secret of her own that you don't find out till the end of the movie, which is the one thing I didn't see coming. That was like the one twist that I didn't say, I knew that was going to happen. And so she's a new character. There are always going to be kids in these movies. Every Jurassic Park movie has to have a kid in it somewhere, so which is a good thing, because I guess kids like to watch these movies too. They're kind of enjoyable for kids and adults. But yeah, the villains were stock. The characters made really dumb decisions. There was a lot of dino action, I love the way it started out on the island with a volcano destroying the island. Basically, the plot is, Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, Owen and Claire go with a new team, some new characters go save the dinosaurs from the dying island. The volcano's erupting, destroying everything. There's some emotional, gripping scenes, some really pulling your heartstrings, like this brontosaurus is like calling out when the island's going under. She becomes engulfed in smoke, and you really feel sorry for her. There's a few moments like that. I kind of felt bad for the granddaughter of Lockwood. The Lockwood character, but overall, just like, I feel like it was just more of the same. They didn't really do anything different. It felt like The Lost World. And it's like, if you're going to copy The Lost World, all the evil mercenaries and the greedy rich guys using the dinosaurs for their own personal gain just to make money and be evil and be, just totally stock and things we've already seen before. If you're going to rip off The Lost World, at least have the dinosaurs in the big city, man. Like, not just a T-Rex this time, all dinosaurs all over the big city. That'd be awesome, dinosaurs in the real world, because I'm so sick of the island thing, But they do get away from the island, and they go, I guess, to, I don't know, I'm not even sure where they go. Lockwood's mansion, that property. And a lot of it is in, like, his mansion, which is a little bit of a change of pace. And yeah, the new dinosaur, the Indoraptor, there's a really cool scene where it's like its claws coming after the little girl. She's in bed, and it looks like something out of a horror movie. Again, we've seen that sort of thing before, but I think that was a cool scene. That was a really good shot. I don't know why she was hiding under the covers, but, hide somewhere else, under the beds, in the closet, something. Don't hide under the covers. It can get you, I knew, it was so obvious what was going to happen. It was very predictable. So yeah, overall, I liked the movie. I had a good time. I think it was a bad movie, but it was kind of so bad it's good. Again, you knew exactly what was going to happen. I think the last, like in the middle, there actually wasn't a lot of dinosaur stuff going on. They kind of made way for the human characters. Another thing, Ian Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum, returns in this movie. He was in the first two movies. He's back, but he's barely in it. He's only like in it for a cameo. So the trailer for Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, lied to us. But he's barely in this movie. Jeff Goldblum, yeah, it's my best Goldblum impersonation. Maybe it needs some work, but yeah, the trailer made it look like he was going to be in this movie a lot. He was barely in it. That was a letdown. And he didn't really feel like Ian Malcolm. Like, it just like they just threw him in there to get butts in seats, man. Like, come on, give him an expanded part. I want to see him and Sam Neill both return in the next one. Damn it. Now, I will say the next movie, without spoiling anything, Jurassic Park 6 or Jurassic World 3, however you want to look at it, I think will be good because I like the way this one ended. I like the way they set up for the next movie. The next movie, I think, is going to do something a little different. Something kind of like a Planet of the Dinosaurs. That's all I'm going to say. Again, that might have kind of spoiled it. I'm sorry, but I think you'll be pleased. And also stay tuned after the credits. There's a little surprise. There's a little scene after the credits, which doesn't really explain anything, but it's a cool scene nonetheless. All in all, I had a good time watching this movie. You know, it was satisfying to watch. Again, it was kind of more of the same. There's nothing we haven't seen before. Really annoying, cliche, stock characters and stupid decisions and things, and every time a character said, "Oh, I made it! I got away from the dinosaurs! Yay!" I was like, "Oh, gee, I wonder what's gonna happen." Then as a dinosaur appears behind him, they get eaten. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Yeah, a lot of moments like that, and just I don't know, like this definitely wasn't one of the better movies in the series. Jurassic Park, the original, and Jurassic World, I think are both really good movies. Then The Lost World is okay. Jurassic Park 3 is garbage. This one, I'm going with it's okay. It's on the Lost World level. And again, it was very similar, the mercenaries and stuff. Ted Levine was one of them. He was one of the bad guys. He would steal the dinosaur's teeth, and he was such a, he's always good. He's Buffalo Bill, and he was in the Hills of Eyes remake as well. He's always good. He's also in The Mangler, I think. I knew he was going to die. It's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler because you know it too. All the bad guys in this, you know who's going to die and you know how they're going to die. And again, it is satisfying to watch. I did kind of like the Indoraptor, like I said, better than the Indominus Rex in the last one, but it was kind of more of the same. It's like they created another character again. Dr. Wu, Henry Wu, I think is his name. He was in the first movie, and he was also in Jurassic World. He's back as a villain this time, which is interesting. Like, he was a good character in the first movie, and now he's a villain. I thought that was kind of cool. He's a little more complex character than the other villains. He's a little more interesting than all the others, but that's probably just because he was in the first movie, and he had more backstory, more time to build upon his character, unlike the others who were just like as cliche as humanly possible, just so freaking basic, so by the numbers. All in all, I'd still recommend you go see this movie. Just know to expect. It's probably it's just popcorn munching Hollywood fluff. It's just a brainless popcorn movie, just a big budget summer blockbuster. It's nothing special, nothing too new or creative. Again, I do like the way it ended. I think I like the setup for the next movie. I think the next movie will be better. But overall, it's better than Jurassic Park 3. But overall, I'd say this one was very underwhelming, to say the least. Again, Owen Grady, Chris Pratt was great again. It was great seeing Ian Malcolm, even though it was only like 5 minutes, which is a drag. It's very disappointing. But I thought he was going to have a big part to play. I thought he was going to have an integral role with the rest of the cast. But no, it was great seeing the dinosaurs again. Again, it's nothing we haven't seen before. It's nothing new or interesting. But I love seeing the dinosaurs. I like seeing the one with the hard head, busting through walls and stuff. I'm kind of ready to see like other prehistoric characters we haven't seen, like a Smilodon, like a saber-toothed tiger, or a woolly mammoth or something. I don't know, not just dinosaurs. There's some dinosaurs we haven't seen. Like, have we seen a plesiosaur yet? Like, I know there's been that one aquatic dinosaur with the huge mouth, the one that ate the Indominus Rex in the last movie. But I feel like there's a lot of dinosaurs we still haven't seen yet. And we've seen ankylosaurs, we've seen brontosauruses, we've seen T-Rexes, allosauruses, raptors, Triceratops. So I feel like there's still quite a few we haven't seen yet. And they keep making new ones, like creating fictional, fantastical ones, and I don't know. I feel like there's things they can do, like there's always bad guys saying, we're going to weaponize the dinosaurs, we're going to do something bad with them. And they never go that further step. It's always the same thing each time. They never go anywhere with it. Like, we've had bad guys like the fat guy played by Wayne Knight in the first movie. Like, it never goes beyond that. We're 5 movies in, and we're still having people saying, this is what we're planning to do with the dinosaurs, but it never happens. I want to see weaponized dinosaurs. I want to see something different. I want to see other prehistoric creatures we haven't seen yet. There are things that they can do that haven't been done yet. Again, The series, you know, there's not too many places it can go, but there are a few areas that haven't been explored, and I really want to see them. I feel like there is potential in this series, and I'm not going to give up on this series at all. I love the Jurassic Park movies. I don't care if they have a bump in the road every now and then. You know, Jurassic Park 3 was a letdown, but I was still really excited when they announced Part 4, and I was really excited when I saw Jurassic World. So I'm never going to give up on these movies. I love them. They were a big part of my childhood. Yeah, I like them a lot. Well, the first one was anyway. I mean, big part of my childhood. I've seen all of them in theaters. Yeah, I still have a good time no matter what. I love watching dinosaurs, so I'm still going to keep an open mind, you know, as for what's to come in the future of the Jurassic Park franchise. So, all in all, I'd say Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom was mostly disappointing, but there was enough there to enjoy to give it. It's passable. It's not terrible like Jurassic Park 3, but it's not really great like the original Jurassic Park either. Not even close. But I'd still kind of recommend you see it if you're a Jurassic Park fan, you know, just to see the direction the series is going in. And I think you'll enjoy the ending. So overall, go ahead and see it, but know that you're not going to enjoy it as much as the great entries in the series. But you're going to like it better than Jurassic Park 3, I guarantee it. All right, guys, I'm Hellhound. I think I've just about covered everything. Thank you for watching, and until next time, see you later.